video is going to be all about getting lost. So this is something that happens to everyone, but believe it or not, if you're a tourist in a foreign country, you're actually less likely to get lost than the locals. But in this video, I'm going to give you some basic tips that are going to help you out if this ever happens to you. Let's get started. So, like I said, this really isn't something you should have to worry about, because think about it. If you're going to a foreign country, when you're walking around, you're going to be looking around at everything, and when you do that, you're actually storing those images in your head, so when you get lost, you can simply turn around and navigate yourself back to where you came from with that method. So I would actually estimate that the locals of a foreign country actually get lost more. But it can still happen to you, and like I said, it happens to everyone. So my first tip that's going to help you if you ever do get lost is sense of direction. This is a really easy one. You just think about what direction you came from and that you're maintaining that direction and keeping track of if you ever changed that direction. So for instance, if you leave from your hotel and you go in a straight line down a hill, that's going to be very easy. But if you take several turns to go and see a church or some kind of monument, then what you can do is actually keep a notepad and a pen and draw or write down some landmarks that you can use to guide yourself back to that straight line. Alright, now my second tip, and probably the most helpful tip that you'll ever hear on this topic, is Google Maps. Google Maps is a fantastic resource if you're going to be traveling anywhere. So make sure that if you're heading to the Colosseum, if you're heading to St. Peter's, if you're heading anywhere in Italy, go on there, print out a map, and you're ready to go. That's really going to help you out. My third tip is that if you're staying in somebody's house and you decide to make a YouTube video rather late in the night, that you're speaking quietly, even if it's going to make a pretty crappy video, and the people watching this video probably can't hear you very well. Tip number 4 is a really easy one, and that's simply asking people. If you're lost, just find a random person in the street, be confident, walk up to them, ask, and that's really going to help you. But this is kind of a last resort kind of thing, and you probably won't ever have to ask someone for help if you're following the rest of these tips. Tip number 5 is super important, and that's if you ever get lost, just stay calm. The worst thing you can do is start freaking out and running in circles. Best thing you can do is to just keep moving. Tip number 6 is to watch out for cars when you're crossing the road. Because as a tourist, we're walking around and we're rarely ever paying that much attention because we're always looking around at all the stuff to see. So this is going to be a really important one. Watch out for cars. Watch out for cars. Watch out for cars. Well guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope these tips are somewhat helpful to you, and if you watch this video until the end, thank you very much. Now, before I end the video, I do want to talk about future videos that are going to be going up in the next couple of days. I'm going to be walking around and start doing street vlogs. Now this basically means that I'm going to be walking down a street or in a church, in some kind of place, whatever. I'm going to be holding the camera and talking to it while I'm experiencing it. So be looking out for that, and have a good one.